Instead of going to LA, suddenly I was going to chemotherapy.
Brown again gets another step. Brown's going the distance. He's as quick as a fast food train.
Everybody was wondering what his future will look like. Will he be still part of rugby, or will this be the end of his career?
It's obviously special, representing my country. That's definitely the dream that kept me alive.
How do you tell someone that you know they're going to be fine when actually you don't always 100% know?
What a story Ronald Brown is.
It was a really huge thing for me. It was a career changing. I was definitely excited coming down to Stellenbosch. I was about 3 months in the squad, 3 weeks away from making my debut in LA. The day before making the visas, Doc phoned me. She said that I'm not going anymore. I need to see it the next day. That's when I found out that, the diagnosis.
He received a diagnosis of Hodgkin's lymphoma, which was obviously devastating to him. Devastating to him, devastating to us as a Sevens family. So then it was a question of kind of how to deal with that diagnosis and where to from there.
In my family, we always had to rely on one another. Growing up with a strict dad and a mom that doesn't speak a lot, it's hard to keep on the straight and narrow. In Montague, there is a lot of stuff that goes wrong. I saw people doing wrong stuff with the dad that's so strict, providing me with the moral values of life, made me realize there's right and wrong.
En hy is streng groot gemaak. Ek is by dit. Ek maak hulle almal streng groot. Ek raas 'n bietjie met hulle. Maar dis my oupa is. Ek moes sterk bly want my vrou het 'n strook gebeg, 11 jaar, 12 jaar gelede. En dit gaan moeilik.
We as kids, luckily we were 3, so we could provide for the house and then put food on the table. My love for rugby started when I was 5 years old. My cousins used to play for the team in Montague, and I used to be the ball boy, getting the tee onto the field for the guys who kicking the balls. And then I started playing rugby in grade 5 when I was 11 years old.
Op Montague hoor, het Ronald se loopbaan, sy rugbyloopbaan net gegroei. Hy het goed gedoen, hy het goeie coaching gekry daarso. Die coach wat hom afgerig het goed na hom gekyk. Hy was 'n baie goeie speler op skool daar, want hulle het hom gekies onder 19, toe hy al reeds 15. So die speel hy loskakel vir Montague.
From there I played Boland. After Boland I got selected to represent UJ. After playing sevens for UJ, I got invited to join the academy down in Stellenbosch, and that's when I started joining the Springbok Sevens. We thought it was a cartilage injury. Turns out it was cancer. It started with the chest pain. It was mild. I had to take painkillers for it. It started getting worse that I should wake up at night and take painkillers. That's when I contacted Doc to tell about the pain that I've been having in my chest. We examined, it came back that it might be the cartilage in my chest. We went on to treat the cartilage, but it wasn't that. So we went for scans after that, and then it came back that it was lymphoma behind my chest.
Lymphoma is a cancer of your lymph glands. Your lymph glands are what help fight infection. He had a tumor behind his chest bone. Other than the chest pain, he had no other symptoms whatsoever. Cardiovascularly, he was still performing as we would have expected him to. In terms of how severe his disease was, his was what we call regional. So the odds are that it would respond very well to treatment.
The first thing I wanted to know was, can I play rugby again? Doc Lee told me that yes, you can, and that's definitely the dream that kept me alive, playing rugby again.
How do you tell someone that you know they're going to be fine when actually you don't always 100% know? Ronald was confident in the beginning, obviously very nervous.
It was a shock, definitely. You never get exposed to these things until it's close to you. The fact that we don't have a cancer background in our family, so it was a shock for everyone.
En ek sê vir hom, "Oké, ons gaan net uittrappie oom man. Moenie worry nie. As jy moet chemo kry, gaan jy chemo vat. Moenie worry nie, ons doen dit." Ek is 'n positiewe mens. Ek is altyd so. Ek sê moenie worry nie, ons doen dit.
It rocked the system, I have to say. It was a huge shock to the team and a blow. They're like a band of brothers. Everyone rallied around him.
Everybody was wondering what his future will look like. Will he be still part of rugby, or will this be the end of his career? And I think the amazing thing about the Sevens is the fact that we kept on supporting him from a personal level, saying that we'll still give him a contract when he gets back.
Muscle mass when you're an athlete of his size is a really, really key challenge that he had to face. So I said to him, let's look at this as a rehab process. We know there's going to be a finite time. Look at it at 6 to 9 months. And I think that was a helpful way for him to see it.
I had a conversation with my sister. She said, Ronald, that things are going to change. Your body is going to change. That kind of prepared me for what's coming.
Chemo is designed to break down the cells of your body. In terms of peak performance, you spend your life building your body up, and each cycle of chemo is just designed to destroy all of that.
I lost 11 kgs, so that's quite a lot for a rugby player, and especially on the sevens field. Mentally, it also drained me. Seeing the changes in the body, seeing the loss of hair, the loss of muscle, all of that. That obviously played a role in being mentally strong.
All credit goes to Ronnie. He was amazing throughout this whole process.
The first 3 sessions it went okay, having chemo. Until the 4th session of chemo, I couldn't train anymore because I was too weak. Yeah.
Ronald's cancer took him out of rugby for, I would say, probably for about 9 months.
The lowest point. I had to stop training. I feel like as a rugby player, that's something that keeps me going, that keeps me motivated. And getting that taken away from me, that definitely took me to a dark spot. I went into a dark place, not be able to put on boots, that's something that was really, really frustrated for me, because that's what kept me alive as a young boy. When I felt like I couldn't, it was my parents that convinced me to go on. I moved down to Montague again. After having chemo and being so weak, I would rather be with my parents than being alone.
Dit is regtig is nie lekker nie, om jou seun so te sien. Seun is my enigste seun. En ek vat dat stap. Ek stap hier uit, ek gaan die af. Ek stap na julle in. Ver hier weg van huis af en ek gaan heel my hart uit. Want niemand weet nie. En toe kom ek terug, toe voel ek nou 'n bietjie beter.
There was one day I was really feeling down, really sick. I couldn't get up, and my dad and mom had to come to my room and speak to me about how I must get up and just move around, even if it's just in the house. You have a close bond with your mother, and seeing me like that would obviously hurt her and hurt her feelings. So for me, that was definitely one of the moments where I was so scared and just that was a sign for me that my mother is with me through all of this. With someone not speaking to you and someone not expressing their feelings, it can sometimes be hard to think that they'll still be there. And my mother opening up to me that time was so special and so rewarding for me to hear, and that journey opened up my mother to me, and that motivating me to keep on going and keep on fighting was really special. The dream of playing rugby again kept me alive. You had to have a mental switch to tell yourself that you're going to have to work hard. My body just responded to my mind and it worked together. I wasn't up for selection because of the body and I wasn't as fit enough to play on the level. So it was really special preparing for Cape Town and Dubai in terms of, training with the guys like Cecil and Chris Dry and all of them. The fact that, I get to learn the moves and I get to run with them and they made me feel inclusive into the squad. And then COVID came. It worked out pretty well for me as personally because I needed more time. I wasn't as fit to play. It gave me an extra 2 or 3 months to prepare and get fit. So I think COVID really played a big role in me being up for selection for the Olympics. I wouldn't have wanted to go through this with any other team.
It is remarkable for a guy like Ronald to come back from chemo and be back even better than he was before he got cancer. The way he trained justified his spot in that Olympic team, and he never played a World Series actually before he was selected for that Olympic squad. So it's definitely remarkable.
The coach said that, you made it, you're going to go as number 13 to the Olympics. I instantly just started crying My mother, dad and my sister was waiting in the car to hear the news, and I told them I'm going, and they were so happy, they were so grateful for this opportunity that I got.
Hy is vandag 'n Blitzbok en hy's 'n Olympian en dit is vir my 'n riem onder die hart om dit te kan sê. Ek is baie trots op Ronald, want hy deurgedruk.
I was definitely scared. I was nervous as well to what's going to happen, facing the other sides and knowing what they're capable of doing and how they can play. It made me realize how grateful one is to be there, be amongst all of the other athletes, all of the other sport, men and women. The statue where the rings are, that's obviously, something you as a kid will never forget. I want kids to see me and know they can overcome anything. The day before I had to leave for Olympics, they had a drive-by for me. For me, that was special because now kids of Montague can see that you can dream and you can achieve your goal. Doesn't matter where you come from, and I could see kids see me as an inspiration, and that's what I want to be for the kids down in Montague.
Hier's klomp kinders hier daar by ons self wat saam met ons skool gegaan het. Nou vang hulle verkeerde dinge aan, hulle gaan na drugs toe. En is 'n hartseer om hulle so te sien. Ronald se storie is 'n getuienis vir die hele wêreld. Wees net positief en dankbaar vir jy kan elke oggend jou oë oopmaak, jy haal nog asem.
When someone's going through a hard time, and they feel like giving up, definitely keep on working hard and keep on going through it. I want to be a mirror to them, allowing them to look at me as inspiration in achieving their goals.